Hello and welcome to Porn and a Donut, the adult industry interview show recorded inside a donut shop. This is Sam Saturday. This week, as always, I'm recording inside a super secret donut shop somewhere in West Hollywood, California. As you can hear, it's very active today. A little bit more than normal, because I'm not recording on my normal day. But anyway, my guest this week is Ela Darling. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. And you?
I am donut-tacular.
How many donuts do you have right now?
3.
That's good. That's a good number of donuts. Let's describe what donuts you have.
I have a regular curler that's glazed, and I have a pink flavored curler, and then I have a maple bacon. What do you call this? Bar?
Looks like some sort of long. Is it like a? What is it called? A long.
It's phallic, is what it is.
It's a long. I would call it a Long Johnson. Like I don't know why that popped into my head, but
it's a good choice.
Long Johnson donut.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got one of those. It's gonna be in my mouth later.
I hope it is as delicious as a maple bacon donut could be. All right, so let me let's talk about you. So you've appeared in movies like True Lesbians, Lesbian Stepmother, Bullied by Cuckold 28.
Oh, that one.
And Between the Headlines, which very recently, which is a political lesbian porn parody.
It's so cool.
It sounds awesome.
I swear we're on the fucking blacklist for that somewhere.
You think so?
We made porn of the first lady of the United States of America.
Two first ladies.
Yeah.
Current and former.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a pretty bold move. I'm sure Barack is pretty cool, but, you know, fucking his pretend lady on camera is pretty bold. I mean, I didn't fuck
Do you think he watches it? Do you think he's seen it?
I sure hope so.
Yeah,
I surely hope so.
He's like, whoa, someone made a thing with my, pretending to have my wife in it. That's awesome, because I never get to see her on TV.
So, yeah, it was fun.
It looks really cool. And I don't know, I think there was Bill Clinton porn or something. There must have been. There was Monica Lewinsky, Bill Clinton porn parodies at some point. Yeah. But I haven't seen one like this before where it's an all-girl, political farce, I imagine. I'm using the word farce because I'm assuming it's a farce.
It's pretty
farcical. Not something very serious.
It's not. It's fucking hilarious,
okay.
Actually. I don't even watch this. I fast forward through the sex scenes and just watch it for the story because it's really well done.
Is there actual story in it?
Yeah, Lily Cade knocked this out of the park. She's a dear friend. She's I've been in a lot of her movies. She's a really good filmmaker. She went to film school, and this one is about an intern who catches the first lady in bed with Hillary Clinton and the stuff that unravels from there. And I play a really shitty, douchey girlfriend. I play Lily Cade's role. Usually, she's usually the asshole girlfriend.
Okay.
So I got to be her.
That sounds really cool. People, check that out. Okay, let me go back let's talk about your personal history a little bit.
Right.
So this is what I have picked up on you. So you got your master's degree in library information science when you were 21.
Yes.
That's right?
That's correct.
And then you worked at a library, and then while you were working there, you started modeling.
I was already modeling, but I started doing bondage modeling when I was a library. I started doing adult style stuff.
Okay. And then at that point, that's when you transitioned into porn. Mm-hmm. So you must have been 22, 23, something like that?
I was 23 when I did my first porn scene.
Okay. And then presumably you left the library
I left the library to come to LA and to do porn and to get married. And I did my first porn scene a week and a half before my wedding.
Was your fiance aware?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he knew what was up.
So, did you come to LA to do porn specifically?
Well, that's kind of what drew me out here, knowing that there was a clear career opportunity, because I was already getting paid pretty well to do adult-style bondage stuff in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And it was well, if I can do this here, if I move to LA, there's way more opportunities, and then I can go a little more hardcore because I wouldn't be worrying about the director of my library finding out and stuff like that. Though they're very open-minded. Librarians are badass when it comes to personal privacy. But yeah, so I came out here, and it was partially for a boy and partially for work, and one of those was a great decision.
And the other one not? I'm guessing that's the end of that sentence?
I'm spending so much money on a divorce attorney right now. It's ridiculous.
Is that You know what? I've never been married. I've never been divorced.
Don't.
I didn't know
Don't.
that it was.
It's the worst.
It's very expensive.
Like 4 times as much to get divorced as it cost me to get married. Do you know how much dick I have to suck to get divorced?
No.
So much.
So much?
So much to pay for these fucking lawyer bills.
I'm sorry. I had donut in my mouth while you were.
That's okay. I have donut in my mouth constantly right now.
Okay.
I can't even finish them. We're just gonna take bites of all of them.
Take little bits as we go along, and then when we're done, just like scarf it all down. Let's talk about feminist porn.
All right.
I read that's like one of your interests. That's something like I mean, like, I'm not talking like. Some people hear the word feminist and they go, "Oh, I don't."
Yeah, feminist is like a bad word.
It's like
to
a
lot
bad
of
word to
people.
some people, but like in general, everyone should just be a feminist. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like so. What do you think the difference is between like mainstream porn and feminist porn?
I would say feminist porn takes the performers a little bit more into consideration and how they are portraying women and how they're portraying sex with women and women's experiences in sex. So I think it's a lot more focused on female experience rather than focusing on the male gaze. I mean, there's still, in my opinion, you still have to incorporate that to some degree, but it's less so.
Incorporate which?
The male gaze.
Right.
I mean, I guess not, because if you've got a female director and a female cinematographer, then at what point is the male gaze there? Because it's really the female gaze at that point.
But I think you have to consider like who your audience is.
Yeah.
So does that ever become an issue where you're like, okay, we're all women here and you know, we're going to approach this from one angle, but we know that our audience is looking for like something else?
I mean, that's always the case. You're always going to have people who want things that you're not making, but you kind of just do the thing that you're passionate about, and you do it as best you fucking can, and the fans follow. You know, they like to see you doing what you're passionate about. And honestly, everyone I know who makes porn is really fucking good at it, and they're really smutty and they're really dirty. It's not like a bunch of like pearl clutching prudes who are, I don't know, it's great.
It's not a bunch of like fainting Southern belles going like, oh my word.
Touch of the vapors after that one.
Okay. Well, I definitely support like the idea of like feminist porn. Like I feel like that's like I don't know. Like I said, I feel like that's just the way people should be. Just treat each other with respect.
Damn right.
So moving on, tell me about. Okay, you're gonna love this, Adela Anaconda.
You found her, huh?
Uh-huh. Do you know Pamela Pinasaurus? She's a former guest of mine.
I don't know anybody's names from the site. What is her stage name?
It's Nikki Delano.
Oh, I don't know. Nikki
You don't know
Delano.
her?
No.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Well, she was also on there, but
I love, it's Rad Erotica. It's Foodinaria porn, which is, as you know, and I'm sure you've already discussed with your people or your podcast
Explain
people.
again if you want to go for it. Explain.
Pretty girls with gigantic prosthetic penises. Mine is the longest on the site, by the way.
I noticed it was gigantic. Like, it wasn't like girthful, but it was like it was like
it was long. Yeah.
Imagine like a horse, but like a horse dick, but
I don't spend a lot of time with
so,
horse dick, personally.
But I mean, who hasn't seen pictures of horse cock?
I haven't. Oh
You
my
haven't?
god, how have I not?
It's like all on TV. It's everywhere. All you have to do is like turn on PBS, and you'll just see naked horses everywhere. It's kind of perverse,
horses.
but you know. Anyway, it looked like must have been like 3 feet long or something.
Yeah, it was really fucking long, and it's really cool. That company is so awesome. The woman who directs it is so sweet and so fun, and it's the best day on set. And you get there and the house is really big and really bright, and like the decorations are really beautiful and really there's like 5 or 6 bathrooms with showers that are the most insane fucking like Japanese style showers ever. And yeah, it's just really fun. The chick who directs, she wakes up early and she makes a bunch of like appetizers and snacks, and there's like everything you could want on set, and it's beautiful and it's fun, and like it's just really fun. Like, it's silly.
I'm kind of blown away that it's a woman who directs these, just because whenever I think about like Foodinari stuff, it's always just, I always imagine like a bunch of like otaku dudes just like sitting around being like, I love these chicks with the dicks. But
Well, it was her and her partner who, they were romantic partners for a while. I don't believe they are anymore, but they're still really good business partners.
Okay.
But yeah, she's the one who calls all the shots.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is not how I imagined things went down there. So
Yeah, man.
that's very awesome. So, what is it? Does the one that you wear, does it feel? What does it feel like?
It's kind of heavy. The harness is a little itchy. The way it sits on your hips is kind of interesting. The way it's anchored.
How is it anchored?
I'm not sure exactly.
Is it like a belt, or is it like a belt that goes around your waist, or is it more like a strap-on that goes like between your legs?
It's like a belt, and then you use the panties to like anchor down the balls.
Okay.
And keep
You
everything
have
in
to do
place.
that. You have to anchor the balls.
You have to anchor the balls.
Right.
This isn't fucking amateur hour. Come on,
Right,
get out of
people,
here.
be on your game.
Jesus. Thought you were professionals.
Yeah.
Not
So
gonna
what does it like feel like? What is the texture?
It's kind of rubbery. It's slightly porous. It's heavy and pendulous.
And how many times have you worked with them?
Oh, I don't even know. It's been several times.
And you always wear the same one?
Yes, that's my dick.
That's your personal dick? Okay, nice.
Yeah. I love them. I just saw her at XBiz a couple days ago, and she's just like a ray of sunshine. She's so amazing.
I read that you like to paint. Do you still paint, or you were painting at one point?
I don't paint well, but I like
that
to
doesn't
paint
matter
things.
as long as you're painting.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it really. Like, I'm not an artist in that way, but like I painted my toilet seat so that it's got like a big pentagram on it. It's got the sigil of Baphomet.
Oh, really? The goat inside
Yeah,
the
and it's got
pentagram, yeah.
sparkles on top of it.
Did you put like the Hebrew letters around it
Yeah, I
too?
did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on the underside it says, "If it's yellow, let it mellow. California's in a drought." Which is awesome.
Okay.
I have a satanic themed bathroom.
That's really awesome. What else do you have in your bathroom that's satanic themed?
I have a print of Baphomet. I have a satanic pope shower curtain that my friend Sean Koss drew, and I was like, Sean, I wish I could have your art on a shower curtain, and he was like, here, you can, and he like helped make this shower curtain for me.
That's cool.
Just a lot of satanic iconography.
What's the appeal for you of the satanic iconography?
I just think it's funny having a satanic bathroom. Because I grew up in Texas, so I've been in a lot of bathrooms where there's lots of Jesus stuff everywhere, and it's like, is that really like the first thing you're thinking about when you're taking a shit? Is
It
Jesus?
should be.
I mean, I guess
It really
Jesus
should
should
be.
always be in your heart.
Yeah, because
If that's your thing.
No, wait, is Jesus everywhere, or is just like God everywhere? No, but they're like the same person, I think.
Man,
or
I don't fucking
really
know. I just work here.
Okay, so back to like the satanic stuff. You don't have like your red card.
No, I'm not like a practicing
Okay.
Satanist. Though I think the tenets of Satanism are really misunderstood, and I think it's a really interesting pursuit.
I think it depends on like what angle people are coming at it from, like because like there's a difference between like Satanism and like the Church of Satan.
Right. Like LaVeyan Satanism is
Right.
much different.
That's kind of like what people think of, but they don't really know much about it.
Yeah.
The reason I know about this is because when I was in college, I was really interested in like this Church of Satan, and I was reading up all about it and
Yeah,
stuff.
me too. I was really goth when I was a teenager.
Really? I wasn't even goth. I was just a guy who was like, I think Satan's really cool.
Satan's alright. He seems like he gets a really bad rap.
I remember when I was in college, there was a friend of mine who like grew up like Catholic, and I had some friends over, and we were like reading from the Satanic Bible, and she was like all upset. She was like trying to cover her ears so she wouldn't go to hell from like hearing it.
Oh, bless her heart.
So, you know, I felt kind of. But then like she would tell me these stories about how like she was having sex on the steps of a church while doing ecstasy. So it didn't really make much sense.
I don't find much of religion to make much sense, or
That's a good point.
religious fanaticism. at
Right.
least.
So.
But hey, if you want to fuck on ecstasy on church steps,
Yeah. Oh, I think
power
that's
to you, sister.
totally fine. I was just kind of shocked that she
That's-
was not
that's
interested
strange.
in like
That's
the.
weird.
Yeah, it seemed a little.
But hearing something that somebody wrote in a book,
Yeah.
too much,
Yeah.
over the line.
Have you read the Satanic Bible?
When I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not like 6, but when I was like in my late teens.
Okay. I'm glad you weren't like 6, because that's heavy reading for a 6-year-old.
it would be intense.
It's a short book, but it's not. It's really not for 6-year-olds. All right, moving on.
This maple bacon donut.
Yes.
Is on fucking point. Do you want to bite?
Sure, I will.
Here, I don't want to get it on your
break
computer.
a piece off, or?
No.
Okay.
I don't have cooties.
All right.
I'm gonna show you a test you've been.
I don't have cooties either. All right. That is really good.
Yeah.
if I was able to tell people what donut shop we were in, I would tell them to come get it, but I can't tell them.
No.
I have to keep
You'll
it a secret.
Never know.
Yeah. Do you still have an Oculus Rift?
Yes, I do.
And I read that you did some like Oculus porn or something.
Yeah, I'm starting an virtual reality porn company.
Oh, you're starting it?
Yeah, me and some friends. It's called
I didn't know.
vrtube.xxx.
Okay.
I can't tell you what we're using to shoot on right now because I don't think I'm allowed to. But it's going to be fucking awesome.
Why wouldn't you be allowed to?
I think my business partner would be a little emo about that. But
when you mean what you're shooting on, are you talking about like what kind of cameras
what
you're
our
using?
setup is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is that a secret? Like, you don't have to tell me what it is. I'm just like curious as to like
just
why.
because we're it's still so early in the game that like we don't want to give away like our game plan yet.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll be launching that. I'm hoping we can do it around Valentine's Day. I don't know. We're still working on some of the programming and some of the. I don't know. I work with a genius. He's like 21 and he's brilliant and he's a quantum physics major and he does all of the like programming and shit. So yeah, it's cool though. We're doing
what is it
cool
like
shit.
when you're wearing the thing and watching it? Like I've used an Oculus just to like watch a movie, but it's like a 2D movie.
Right.
So what is it like for your stuff?
It's very immersive. It's a 360 3D, so you can look all around. It's hard for me to jerk off with it because it's got a gyroscope in it, I think. So if you lay down, you're looking at the ceiling.
Right.
Like, you're looking at the ceiling still, like in the video. So that makes it difficult. So I think that the sooner they make like lighter, less cumbersome headsets, the better it's going to be for porn.
So do you have to, if someone wants to watch this on their headset, do they have to like be sitting in like a swivel chair or something so they can like sit there and like jerk off while spinning around or something?
I mean, that's ideal, I think, but the action is really kind of focused in one place. So it's more about establishing the shot around you and then focusing on action kind of in front of you.
So what's happening in the areas that you're not watching? Is there anything happening there?
It's just a constructed set.
Okay.
I mean, there could be, but...
So theoretically you could have like multiple things going on?
Yes,
around?
absolutely.
Okay.
But that's, I think that's a little excessive, and it's really hard. Like, that makes the files really huge.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the first thing people think about is like you put a 360 camera rig in the center of a room and have an orgy going on all around it, which sounds good, but that's like thousands of dollars to facilitate that scene, especially as just like a practice to test the 360 camera rig. Like, I can't afford to throw an orgy every time I need to have a test shoot. Logistically, that just doesn't make sense.
I feel like, thinking about it, I feel like maybe the best use of that for like a film would be like to remake Caligula or something.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So you need to get like Penthouse on the phone and be like, hey, you want to remake this movie from the 70s that lost a ton of money? We'll do it in virtual reality now.
We'll lose even less money this time.
Malcolm McDowell's still alive. He could come back and do it.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Have you seen Caligula?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That movie is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I saw it when I was like 18 and still like kind of turned off by porn. Like the whole, I didn't know enough about it.
But it's also not really a sexy movie.
No, not really.
It's more of just like gross kind of. I mean, there's some hot stuff in there, but also it's a lot of violence and blood and
Yeah, it's weird because it's very complicated to incorporate violence and blood and stuff into porn because it's obscenity. So it's interesting the way that they did it and the fact that they got away with it, basically.
What do you mean it's obscenity?
So obscenity law in America restricts the content that you can have in porn. So you can't have blood, you can't have
beheadings.
You can't have beheadings. You can't fist. Like, I can have 4 fingers in, but as soon as my thumb creeps up in there, it's obscenity, and you could go to jail. There's a couple of other...
people do make, like, fisting porn.
They do. So obscenity law is based on community standards. So if you're putting it on the internet, it's really hard to argue what the community standards of the internet are, or that fisting violates them. Whereas if you put it on a DVD, then it's based on the community standards of wherever that DVD is being sold. So if that DVD is being sold in, like, Denton, Texas, then you're going by the community standards in Denton, Texas, and that is where it gets tricky.
But the internet's cool.
Yeah,
The internet will let
is
you
awesome.
just do whatever you want.
The internet is magic.
What does your tattoo say on your right leg?
It says, "We are only as strong as we are united, and weak as we are divided." And it's APWBD. It's Albus, Percival, Wulfric, Brian, Dumbledore.
This is a Harry Potter thing.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't read all the books. I haven't seen all the movies.
That's okay.
I made
Thank
it
you
about
for saying
halfway through
books
the
before movies, though.
Well, I mean, they're books first.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I've got the Dewey
And then-
Decimal Number.
In the Harry Potter, you got to, okay, for everyone who can't see it because this is audio, Ella has the Dewey Decimal Number for the Harry
Potter books.
for Harry Potter. All the books are just
technically
like
the ones that were written in the 20th century, based on just the way the cataloging coding works, the way that the Dewey Decimal System is set up. It's like, this is specifically for books written in the 20th century, based in England at boarding school with, I think, paranormal or magic or something. It's like a tiered system. And then the last, it's 823.914 R797. The R797 is called the Cutter Code. So that's actually just a way of communicating the first 4 letters of the author's last name.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow. That's more than I've known about how the library system works and ever.
Well,
Yeah.
now you know.
Let me just describe it one more time because I don't know if we got that out there. It's
Oh.
the Harry Potter Dewey Decimal Numbers, but in the Harry Potter font.
And in Slytherin green.
Oh, in Slytherin green.
Yeah.
That's super nerdy.
A little
But
bit.
good for you. I'm glad that you do something that you really love. You were curious about my tattoos
Yeah.
earlier. I'm really into H.P. Lovecraft,
Oh,
so this is my
that's
big
sick.
Cthulhu.
That's fucking sick.
And these are like it's not done yet, but this is when it's done. It's going to be a deep one from Lovecraft,
cool.
and then on over here, it's just like another evil fish thing.
That reminds me of the penis monster from Romeo and Juliet. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Romeo and
Oh,
Juliet?
yeah. It's one of my favorite movies, actually.
Fuck yeah.
I was really into Troma, like
Me
when I was
too.
like, because when I was in film school, especially, a lot of like every guy in there wanted to work for Troma.
Yeah.
And our teachers were like, "Wouldn't you rather work somewhere that makes money?" But yeah, Romeo and Juliet. His name is Harry Balls.
Oh,
That
nice.
monster's name is Harry Balls.
I didn't know
A
that.
little piece of trivia
Good
for
to
you.
know.
Mhm.
Man, I love Lloyd Kaufman.
Yeah.
He's just such a character.
He's at every comic convention.
I know, I love it.
I don't know when he actually like makes movies. Well, he doesn't really make movies anymore.
Yeah.
But even when he was making movies, I would see him at every comic convention I went to.
Yeah.
What other Troma movies do you like?
Oh god. I love Toxie.
Uh-huh.
I like, oh fuck, what was the Kabuki?
Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD.
Yes.
Mhm.
I changed, one of my screen names when I was younger was Sergeant Zombie Girl RPD.
Okay.
Because it was like inspired by that. I don't know, I like a lot of Troma. What else?
Class of Nukem High.
Yeah, Nukem High.
Nukem High is a good one.
Was
Surf
fucking-
Nazis Must Die.
Surf Nazis Must Die was fun.
Okay.
Was Cannibal the Musical a Troma thing?
They did not make it, but they helped out with the financing, and from what I understand, they helped with the sound.
Okay.
Because I guess when like Trey and Matt and that we're talking about Cannibal the Musical, which was made by the guys who made South Park before they made South Park.
Right.
And I think there was something wrong with their sound, like they didn't have good sound when they were filming it. So Troma came in and like gave them the money to fix it. From
That's cool.
what I understand,
That's cool
That's
as
a
fuck.
great movie.
I don't know. It's been so long since I've watched any movies actually.
What was the
But-
last movie you saw?
Good fucking question. The Interview. I got to see it at a theater at midnight. It was cool.
Where did you see it?
The Alamo Draft House in Austin, Texas.
Oh, all right.
They had little American flags at every table. It was awesome.
What did you think of the movie?
I mean, it's racist as fuck, but it's really funny.
Okay.
If you can, get past that, I thought it was really funny.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know when I will either.
Yeah.
But because I'm not really into like the whole racist humor thing. It
Yeah.
kind of turns me off.
It's not, I don't feel like it's driven by that, but there's obviously a little, like there's some stuff that's problematic, but the rest of it was funny. It was more about the experience for me, because it was like,
Just being able to see it.
yeah. And
They
I've been
showed it at
interested.
the Egyptian theater here on
did
Christmas,
they?
but I didn't go
Damn, that's cool.
because it was Christmas and I was praying.
Of course.
So I couldn't make it.
Obviously.
I really wanted to, but I couldn't go.
I really like Seth Rogen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see This Is the End?
Yes, I love that movie.
Me too. And a lot of people really didn't like it.
Well, a lot of people are shitty, stupid, wrong people. They're just incorrect.
That's true.
It sucks about people.
I showed it when I was just in Florida for 2 weeks, and I showed it to my parents, and they were actually cracking up the whole time.
Wow.
I was very proud of them
Nice.
for liking this movie. Are you into Star Wars at all?
Mm-hmm.
What's your level of excitement for the new movies?
I'm pretty excited. I'm tentatively excited.
Yeah.
I've learned not to get too excited about new Star Wars releases.
How old were you when Episode 1 came out? It was like 99.
I was in middle school, I think. So
So it wasn't like a huge deal for you at the time?
it wasn't crushing to me. I didn't realize how bad it was until I got older. But yeah, I'm pretty jazzed.
I was 19, it was my first summer in college or something like that, and I was a huge Star Wars fan, like from when I was like really little. Like I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater when I was like 3.
Wow.
And my parents like took me to the toy store and got me like the Jabba the Hutt playset and stuff, and I was like really into it. So like all my friends and I were super excited for Episode 1,
Yeah.
and then it was just misery.
Yeah.
It was really
I don't know. I
unhappy.
trust J.J. Abrams.
Do you?
I do.
What did you think of the Star Trek movies?
I didn't hate it.
Okay.
I thought it was all right.
I didn't hate it either, but I never want to see it again.
Yeah. I trust J.J. Abrams more than I trust George Lucas with Star Wars.
I can see that. Yeah, I would agree with that, and it's also a really sad thing to say.
I know.
You
It's a little
can't trust the
crushing.
creator for doing it. Of course, I hate to break it to you, but J.K. Rowling's just going to run this thing into the ground.
What do you mean?
In a few years, she's going to start writing all this stuff. This is just my theory on
Okay.
it. She's going to be like, man, all these other books that I'm writing under other names are not working out for me financially.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to crank out some more of this Potter stuff.
Imagine that she is going to write something that takes place later. So Harry's not going to come back, but there will be more in that world.
Yeah.
But she's really fucking good. Like, she's a really good storyteller, and she's a really good world builder. And
Oh yeah, no, I think she's definitely really talented. She's made something that resonated with millions of people.
Did
I
you know
just think that in some years she's gonna not be able to resist the pull of going back in there and
she's
stirring things up.
the richest person in the world, or one of the richest people in
She's
the world.
the richest woman in the UK, from what I understand.
She's got a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, but so does George Lucas, and he went back to that well.
I guess so. I guess that's true. She so those books changed the youth publishing industry, because basically if you were an author and your manuscript was over 300 pages, you had to cut it down and you had to edit it down, because the publishers didn't think that kids could handle long books until they started reading these fucking 900 to 1,000 page tomes
Right.
that she was pumping out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was,
Yeah.
it was totally acceptable.
But I don't think anyone else has really been able to do it the way she has since then.
I don't think in terms of series, but I mean, Twilight wouldn't even have existed if not
Yeah.
for
And if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have 50
That's
Shades of Grey.
sad.
So
Then where would we be?
without 50 Shades of Grey?
I wish that people could see how very nice and straight and white your teeth are. You have really good teeth.
My mom's a dentist.
Oh, nice.
I just had my teeth cleaned last week. So
Nice.
thanks for noticing.
Good job, Mom.
Yep. She's good to me. Whenever I go home, it's like, gotta go to the office, gotta get your teeth cleaned. Yeah,
that's nice.
so there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. Here's a random question. What kind of music do you like?
I like indie rock. I like wizard rock, which is music based on Harry Potter. I like stuff about science.
I was not aware wizard rock was a thing.
Oh, it's such a thing. That was my social group in grad school up until I came to LA. I moved to Boston because of my Harry Potter friends, my wizard rock friends. It's huge. I really like They Might Be Giants. I like...
Still?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
going to see them in a month.
I
they're-
didn't know they were actually still touring.
Yeah, they're. I saw them a couple years ago. So they just put out. I saw them right after they put out the songs about science,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be in downtown in a month, I think, month and a half maybe.
I thought all they did anymore was children's music.
I like children's music.
Oh, me too. I just thought that was their thing now.
Yeah, they'll probably play some old stuff though. It's called An Evening with They Might Be Giants, so they're gonna have a really long set.
And that's going to be in LA?
Yeah, they're playing in LA. They're playing in Anaheim. They're playing in a lot of places.
I should go. I
Yeah.
saw them once in college, and it was
Get a
like,
ticket. Come with me.
super
It's
fun.
awesome.
I would totally go to that.
Awesome.
When I saw them years ago, OK Go opened for
Oh,
them.
they're fun.
That was a weird show, like, because like nobody knew who OK Go was at the time.
Oh, that's so weird.
So like those two bands together didn't really make a lot of sense.
Fair enough.
But it was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
I would totally go to another They Might Be Giants show.
Yeah. Well, let's do it.
Okay.
Come with me.
I will.
Fantastic.
And I'm not just saying that like an LA person says it. I would actually go.
Excellent.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Do you read comic books?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Right now, my favorite series is called Sex Criminals. Have you heard of it?
Mhm.
Chip Zdarsky and Matt Fraction.
Fraction, right.
So fucking good.
I read
Oh,
issue
God.
1 and it didn't really hook me.
Yeah?
But I know a lot of people are really into it.
I read the first 5. I have a couple more at home waiting for me to read. But I just started buying like several. Like I'll get the. It's not a graphic novel.
The
it's
trade.
the trade paperback. I'll just buy like 3 at a time because they give them as gifts because I really fucking like it.
So that's like your favorite comic now?
That's my favorite right now. I'm not reading a lot right now, though I really want to read this new Marceline series from Adventure Time. The Adventure Time comic books are cool.
I've read a few of those. They're actually pretty funny.
Yeah, they're written by Ryan Q. North, who does Dinosaur Comics, the webcomic.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's cool. I really like webcomics a lot. That's
Yeah.
like when I go to Comic-Con, the webcomics are like my thing.
Oh,
Like,
really?
It's like the people I hang out with. My Comic-Con family is like the webcomic people.
My comic book family is like the Prism comics, like the queer comics area.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those are my people, yeah.
Those are your people.
Yeah.
The Tick, the Mangalicious Tick. There's a manga.
There's a manga of the Tick?
Of the Tick.
The,
Yeah, my
the
friends.
big blue superhero.
Yeah, my friends Ben and Liz, they're a husband and wife. They wrote it. I think they wrote it for. What's the comic book store in Boston? I should know. But in any case, so they wrote it, and they're really good friends of mine. And I
I
love
had
them.
no idea there was a manga Tick.
Yeah, there's a
I have
manga
to check
Tick. You
this
should check it out. I'm
I'm
really
a
into
huge fan of the
Batgirl.
Tick. I actually have Tick buttons on my backpack.
Really?
Yeah. If they didn't, one fell off, but there's the evil midnight bomber with bombs at midnight.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's my portal buttons.
Nice.
And this is a friend of mine, Josh Trujillo. He does a comic called Love Machines.
Yeah, I've heard his name before.
Yeah.
Okay.
He lives in Los Angeles. He's a friend of
Cool.
mine. Yeah. And then what else we got? There's my Lumpy Space Princess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about my
Nice.
backpack.
I dig it.
Thanks. Well, what would you like to plug? Because I think we're getting towards the end of our time.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Check out vrtube.xxx. That's my big virtual reality thing that we're working on. Check me out on Twitter at Ela Darling, and all of the other places.
Wait, go on. Which places?
Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube. I'm totally gonna make a new YouTube video soon, I think.
Oh,
Because
what?
I'm probably gonna totally half-ass it and just read all of my tweets that I posted today, the Real Porn Awards hashtag, because why not?
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well.
because it's just gonna disappear off of Twitter. So, well, it's
No,
not gonna
permanent.
disappear. It is.
The internet is permanent.
Well, Twitter is actually being cataloged at the Library of Congress now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I should stop tweeting. That's bad for me.
Yeah. So yeah, VRTube and what else am I doing right now? Like,
What
a
are
lot of
you
things.
doing?
Check out my pornos. All of the pornos that I porn in.
I've never heard that as like that version of that verb before. I'm porning right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna be at AVN. So when does this go live?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh, perfect. So if you are a fan and you're at AVN, you should come and check me out. I'm going to be signing there, and I'm going to be doing a panel about cosplay, which is cool, with Tanya Tate and my roommate Annie Cruz, and and April O'Neil. Oh, I love that bitch. Love her.
Oh, right. Someone named April, not the cartoon characters.
That's where she got her name.
Well, of course, yeah.
We actually have a spread in Hustler, in the March issue of Hustler from Comic-Con, where she's dressed as pin-up April O'Neil, and I'm wearing like this dress and my.
Yeah, I wanted to point out
graphic
to everyone
dress.
that you're wearing a really awesome Ninja Turtles dress right now. There's even like a shell on the back.
Yeah, there is.
Which is super cool. I'll take some pictures and people can see it on the internets when this goes up.
Excellent.
Cool.
And then, okay,
Yes.
check it out on YouTube. It's a channel called Wisecrack. It's not up yet, but we're launching on Valentine's Day, I think. It's a series called Boss Bitches Through History, or Boss Bitches of History. It's one of those two.
Okay.
It's been a minute since we shot, but it's with me and another porn star named Sovereign Sire. Wisecrack approached us about doing this show. It's like a history show. It has nothing to do with porn, which is really cool. It's really special for people to, like, believe in porn stars enough to let them talk about something that's not sex related. So that was exciting. They gave us total creative control. We wrote it. We created everything. We got to have creative control over the set design and our costumes. We host it. Really fucking cool. They gave us so much creative freedom there.
And how do people find it again?
It's youtube.com/wisecrack, and that's the production company that we're working with.
Okay.
So it'll be launching on Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you don't have anything else, if you do, now is the time. If not,
I don't think I do.
then we're going to say goodbye then.
Right.
So, let me do my little exit thingy
Your
here.
outro?
Yeah. So, find Ella on Twitter, and then you can find me on Twitter at Sam_Saturday. And the show website is pornandadonut.com. And you can subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. And it would be really awesome if you like the show, if you gave it a nice rating, because that would be cool. That would help other people find it. So once again, Ella Darling, thanks so much for being here. Oh, your eyes just lit up. Okay.
January 31st at Busby's something in LA.
On Wilshire?
I think so, yes. Kelly Shibari and I, she's another porn star, are going to be on Jason Major's new comedy sexy stage show.
So people can see you live.
Yeah, so come to that. It's Major Sex Party is what it's called.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Great.
It'll be fun.
Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And thanks everybody for listening. I already said all the other stuff, so I'll see you next week. Have a lovely time until then. Bye.
Such a polite outro.
What do you mean?
Have a lovely time.
Oh, a polite outro. Oh, I thought you said a played outro.
Oh, no.
I thought you were like, you suck. That was a
No.
played outro.
It's very polite.
I'm still
very
recording,
friendly.
actually. Have an awful week, everyone. See you later.
Smell you later.
Bye.